Hello, my dear friends. Hope you're doing well. I want to talk a little bit about passion because I think there's a lot of anxiety around passion. And at the same time, meaning, people are worried that they're never going to find their passion. They're worried that they aren't feeling passion all of the time, that they're not constantly just like their hair blown back. I'm loving every single minute of my life. And there's a weird sort of thing going on in society where on the one hand, you have Instagram people who are saying, Instagram celebrities of like, look at how awesome my life is and just champagne and all that kind of stuff. And then on the other hand, you have people who are living real life and it's not like that at all. And then on the other hand, you have what is an absolute requirement to running a successful business, which is you need passion to fuel the motivation required to get half the stuff you have to do done, right? So running a business isn't all about roses and sunshine every single minute. There's some things you have to do which you just don't really like to do. Like, for example, taxes or the financials or reaching out to people to get clients, right? So there's a lot of elements to running a business that you really have to rely on sort of just your pure, raw, I'm doing this because I want the end result kind of thing. And passion plays a role in making sure that fire is there for you to pull from so that you can get through the hard times, so that you can focus, so that you can deny yourself pleasures while you focus on the things that need to get done. But the problem is that most people think that passion is something you go look for. They think it's something to be found. They think it's something to be discovered or something to be uncovered. The reality is that passion is a choice, and it's something that is kindled and nurtured over time. And the big sort of takeaway that I hope you take away from this video just in general is that if you're not actively kindling and nurturing a passion, it will go away. So let me give you an example. In the past year or so, I've had one of my businesses, I lost the fire for it. I lost the passion for it. And it was because I built the business around what I had chosen to be the passion or the purpose or the mission. These are all basically interchangeable words for what I wanted this business to do. And I had lost that. And I had lost it because this particular business of mine put me, I had to interact with people at scale more than I've ever had to in my entire life. So when you first start your business, when you go from employee to business owner and you're out there talking to clients for the first time, it can be a little bit of a wild experience because maybe you've never dealt with people at scale before, right? So you've never had to talk to 50 people, 50 strangers a month. And so there's a growing process or a process of experiencing and learning what it's like to deal with people at scale. The same is true when you do something where you start to run Facebook ads and now you're getting in front of thousands of people per day. Well, this particular business put me in front of a lot of people per day, and when that happens, it's basically like driving your ship through a storm and you're just being constantly pelted by waves and by wind and etc. because people are crazy and there's all sorts of weirdos on the internet. So because I did not amplify my nurturing process for the passion, beating myself against the waves and against the sail, against the wind of putting myself out there at scale, that passion died. And it got to a point where I was running the business on bare bones. Meaning I was just doing it because I had obligations. I was just doing it because I had customers. I was just doing it because the money was coming in. And then what happened is I started to make these really bad decisions. I started to make decisions of what's the least I can do? What's the fastest way for me to get out of this business? Meaning, how can I hire a bunch of people so that I don't have to deal with it? And when you start to make decisions based not out of passion, but out of misery, basically, that's when you really start to make really, really bad decisions. So I made a bunch of really bad decisions for quite some time, for almost about a year. And then just recently, I've had to sort of cash in on those bad decisions and pay for it, essentially. Ooh, that sun is bright. Sorry about that, guys. So that's my word of warning to you of if you don't kindle that passion, if you are not staying aware of what it is that you are, why you're doing it, what is the mission, checking in with yourself. And it's okay to change that, whatever that might be. It's okay if one day you started the business because you wanted X, and turns out that's not what you wanted at all, and then you change it to something else. That's totally fine. This business that I've talked about for the past year, I've been trying to avoid because I had lost the passion. I've lost that drive to succeed, to overcome the difficulties. What I had done instead is I've changed the passion. I've changed the reason for why that business exists. And because of that, I've been able to get back in the driver's seat. I'm having fun again. And the result is that when I do have to do those harder things in the business, I'm able to do them more easily because it's fun to do them. Doesn't mean it's not hard, but it's fun. Now I see things that used to just drive me off the wall and be like, oh, this is horrible. Now they're challenges. Now I'm doing something to grow. Now I'm learning new things and all that kind of good stuff. Whew, that sun popped out of nowhere. All right, my dear friends, I'm being blinded. Hopefully this video has been helpful. The main idea here is that passion is important, but it's not something you find. It's something you decide. What is your mission? What is your purpose? And what are you going to do to actively kindle, nurture, and grow that? And as you grow your business and it's getting exposed to more and more potential people trying to essentially diffuse that passion or put that passion down, whether you're talking to strangers or running Facebook ads and getting random comments from trolls, whatever that is, you have to up your level of passion nurturing equal to the exposure that you are exposing that passion to. So if you just keep your passion in your heart and in yourself and you never expose it to anybody, you don't really have to nurture it at all because nobody's ever going to try and threaten it. Nobody's ever going to tell you it's the wrong thing to do. But as you begin to grow and as you begin to be a bigger person, just in terms of getting outside of your comfort zone, be aware of the time and investment that you need to make in order to make sure that that passion is being kindled and nurtured. Okay, my friends, that's it. It looks like the sun tucked back behind the clouds there like it was earlier. A little bit better anyways. I hope you all are doing well, and I will talk to you tomorrow.